welcome to this video. In this video I am going to do a little bit of a side project and well, I just finished my big Eevee cosplay and to me that was a very big project, so I wanted to do something small to, I don't know, to pick up sewing again instead of only focusing on one big project. So I'm going to make a cute little floral dress and I already kind of started it. I made a little circle skirt and that is hanging right now. So that's the only thing I did, and I also picked out what kind of pattern I wanted to use, and it is a little bit Frida Kahlo inspired. It was in a commercial pattern magazine that I have, so I would really love to try that one, and I hope it will be a cute little dress. It was out of my fabric stash, so let me show you the fabric. I had to choose from one of those fabrics. All of those were enough, but I chose the dark blue one with the cute little floral design. As I said, I am using a pattern from this commercial magazine. It is a Dutch magazine and it is not sponsored. So this is the model which was in the magazine itself, and the dress she is wearing is kind of the dress I am going to make, or it has some inspiration for what I am going to make. These are the drawings which were also in the magazine. This is my design of the dress. The bodice is the same. I wanted to do something different with the straps because I also am not going to add some sleeves, and the straps you see in the design are not the straps I want to do. I wanted to make a cute little bow so it is also adjustable, and I wanted to make a little circle skirt under it. So you are not going to believe this, but I let the skirt hang for I think a few weeks because I stopped this project and then I just never continued. So I let it hang because it is a circle skirt, it is a full circle skirt, and normally you let it hang for 24 to 84 hours, I think, and this was weeks. So let me show you how much I need to cut off to straighten everything out, because of course it is cut on the bias. You are not going to believe this. This is the skirt. It is folded 2 times, and I made sure like this is all perfectly lined up and everything, and it doesn't need to be cut anywhere. So I don't know what I did. I don't know what type of fabric this exactly is, but yeah, that's weird, I think. But I'm happy about it. It saves me some cutting time. I will measure everything, so I make sure it is like all the same length, but I don't know. I think this is kind of weird. Let me know in the comments if you ever had this same thing. And it is a very, very thin fabric, but I want to hear what you guys think about it. I have the top and the sides are all pinned, and I got some kind of ribbon in between on the points where there is a clip instead of the armhole points, and that way I can tie it up around my shoulders when it is all finished. So I first am going to do the top seam, and then later on I will work the sides down, and from there I will finish the bottom up, and I will leave a little gap, I think in the back somewhere, and that way I can flip it inside out and then it will all be neat and nice. Wanted to talk about a simple thing because I forgot to film it or something, and don't mind my little kitty. But yeah, I forgot to tell you all that I cut the skirt too short, so I wanted to adjust something, and that is why I in the first place put some lace trim around the around the hem of the skirt. So that is what I wanted to tell you before you were all like, what, you never told us you were going to add a trim or something. So this is the reason. I just forgot to film it at some point, and right now I am editing, and now I realized, well, I didn't film that part. So sorry for that. So I am zigzag stitching the raw edges because I do not own a serger, and I wanted to finish it like this because I think it is a little bit too short, and for now I think this will do, and I will fold it inwards, of course, but I think the tension is a little bit too tight, and I am going to fix it because it was around here, I think, earlier. So I am going to bring the tension up a little bit, but I don't want to mess with it too much, and I will just see where it takes me, and I hope it will fix it nicely, and I don't hope everything is going to be gathered. And if there is a little bit of gathering, then that does not bother me that much though, because it is still a full circle skirt, and I will be putting this at the bottom as well. So yeah, I think that'll be fine. I don't exactly know how well you can see it, but I got the bottom of the skirt right here, and then I am just folding it over like half a centimeter or so, and then I am laying the lace on top of it, and then I am going to sew, and I am not pinning anything down because I tried it and it was horrible. It took me so long, so I am just shifting every now and then and rearranging, and then just sew it again, and then looking, and then folding and sewing, and it is going to take me a long time. I have just did this part, which is already quite a long part of the skirt, if I do say so myself. But I am very happy how it is turning out, and it is not as neat as I wanted it to, but I don't think you can honestly see those little gathered up parts when when the dress is entirely done. So I hope that will be invisible with it being a circle skirt and being a lot of fabric. So I hope it will all work out, and I will show you once it's done. So I did something very stupid. The dress itself is way too short. I expected it to be very short, but not this short, because it is like just a very long shirt, and that is not what I planned for this dress. Over here I started right and I sewed along, and it was a pain in the butt to sew this because every time it was gathering up, even though I also changed my stitch length, it was just gathering along and gathering, and it was very hard to sew. And over here, I apparently did not do my math very well. I thought I could eyeball it, but this is a very long piece I need to do, and this is just, yeah, this is not what I planned. So I need to fix that, and I do not know how I am going to fix that. I think I am going to, at first I'm going to unstitch everything, and, well, at least this part and not this part because it is attached on the top very well. So I think I am going to, with those little panels, those two, I think I'm going to pleat it kind of a little bit, I think. And maybe with every seam that I'm going to pleat it a little bit. But I don't know. I first am going to measure how much this is left so I can calculate this time very well how much I need to pleat for every piece of the seams. And I was thinking for the bottom, I don't have a lot of lace trim left. I do have this trim left, but yeah, this is very small, so that's not really going to help with the length of the entire dress. And I do have a lot of lace fabric, so I think I'm going to cut like such a long piece or something, and then I am going to put it underneath, and then I am going to try to stitch it at kind of the same point as where I stitched the lace trim onto the skirt. So I am going to do that for the skirt, but first I need to unstitch everything, and I really don't like it. Please help me. Please send help. Thank you. I have tried to take it apart, the skirt from the top, and it was very hard, and I am very afraid I am going to destroy the lace fabric in the middle, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Instead, I made a little skirt piece pattern. It is a very raw draft, and I looked at what is missing, because this is the length that is missing, and I traced the skirt, and so this is what I came up with. I already cut everything out. It is one piece left, so I am going to do the same with this as what I did with the skirt itself. So I am going to finish this edge, and I am going to finish this edge, and then over here is going to be some more lace, and I will stitch it together with a zigzag stitch around, and hopefully you won't see the seam in the skirt where they attach. I am afraid you can't see it at the back of this top, because this is the part which is missing a little bit of fabric. So I hope you cannot see that very well. This is also the back piece, so I think that's going to be okay. So the seam over there on the skirt is going to be like at the side of my body, so that will be fine. And over here, of course, will also be a seam, but that is the seam where the zipper is also going to go. And I thought of it, and if I am going to pleat all those pieces, then at first maybe it does not fit anymore, and I think it is going to look worse once I do that, because right now this is pretty fitting for how I could fit it. So this is my new plan, and this is going to take me a lot, well, a lot less time, I think, because yeah, the unstitching with the lace from the skirt to the top is going to be a lot of work, also because I cannot really see the stitch lines because of the lace. So hopefully this will work out, because I want to finish the whole dress this week, and it is a little bit of work, but then you stumble upon something like this, and then it's going to be a lot more work. So I hope it will be done in time so I can post it this weekend, but we will see. I think I did it. I think I fixed the skirt, and honestly, I think you do not really see the the difference between the normal fabric and the seam I put in. So let me show you, because I am very proud of myself of how I fixed this, because I thought there was going to be a lot more work in the first place, but eventually it wasn't, so I'm very happy, and let me show you. This is everything And honestly, I don't think you can really tell where the seam is, because is it over there? Is it over there? Because I already told you it was on the back side and the middle is the front part, but I do not really see a seam unless you look really close. And here it is, this is the seam. But be honest. Let me know in the comments down below if you saw the seam or not, because I'm very curious on how fast everyone can see the seam, but I am also very curious about if it is very visible when I put the dress on. For wondering, this is the lace fabric I had. I cut it all down. For reference, that over there is my measurement tape, and that is 1 meter and 50 centimeters long. So just look at this size. I hope I can show you like the full picture of it, and beware, the room is very, very messy, but I cannot even get it in frame. That's how big it is right now. So yeah, I cut out 2 meters and 30 centimeters because I wanted some security if I had enough lace trim for the bottom. And now the only thing I am wondering about is which side to put on the stitching side and which side is going to be at the bottom of the skirt itself, because I was thinking this is obviously a clean finish, and this is obviously not, but this is way more easier to sew it onto the skirt itself, and I really don't know what I am going to do. And also because I was thinking maybe I can trim those pieces down that it is like that, but yeah, I don't know, man. It is 2 meter 30, so that's a lot of detailing to do for this. But on the other hand, I am thinking it is more than a circle skirt because of the extra piece I put it in the circle. So yeah, I am also wondering if this will be very visible if I am going to wear it, because it has a lot of volume. So yeah, I'm still wondering about that, but I'm done for the day. Tomorrow is already Friday, and as I said earlier, I want to post a video to this weekend. So hopefully I can get everything done. Cheer for me, please. Just put the zipper in the back, and over here I thought it was a little bit tricky with the lace trim. Yeah, so it is supposed to be an invisible zipper. It is an invisible zipper, but over here you can see a little bit of the zipper itself, and the rest of it I still need to, well, sew the last part together. This part I am going to cut off, and probably am going to put a little hook and eye thing over here so I can close it up when I'm wearing it. And for the rest of it, I'm very proud of the zipper, because where's the zipper? Can you see the zipper? I mean over here, but don't look at that. Don't look at that. Can you see the zipper over here? I can, and I'm very proud of that. I am really happy, but this is a little bit wonky because this is not attached very well, but it is the back. I'm not going to look at it while I'm wearing it because it is in the back. So that's not to worry, I think. It is a small mistake, and I'm not going to tear the zipper apart and do it all over again. I'm proud of how it is right now, and I did the zigzag stitch to secure it in place, and then I have ironed it all, the spiral down or something, and then I sewed very close to this part of the zipper. So I'm very happy about it. I just need to do some finishing touches, and I was thinking, because this part I think is a little bit weird. I should have made the pattern a little bit different, that this was going into one line, or that the ribbon was going over here. Yeah, I did not do that, so I was thinking maybe I can attach some of the lace trim I have left over here, and then I am going to sew it by hand, and then I can attach it onto here, so I have a little bit of an off-shoulder thing going on, and the same for this side as well. And I'm very lucky because I have just enough left to do that. And first I'm going to measure it, and my boyfriend is going to help me measure everything right, because I need two hands. So yeah, I need to fit the dress, and I am going to finish the last part. This is the open part, and then I hope the dress is going to fit. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and of course there are some things I did not really like about this dress. The first thing is that I wanted a quick in-between project. I am not the fastest seamstress, and I know that of myself, but I had something else in mind with this dress, and the fabric did not work very well for me, and I made a lot of mistakes, like cutting the skirt too short. Like, that's one big thing. I thought like, oh no, I am going to ruin this entire dress. But honestly, I really like the pattern, and to be honest, I think the top is quite cute. I like the little cutout in the front, and maybe I'm going to make such a dress in a few years or so, because I like the top very much, and I will cut the skirt a little bit longer, of course. Yeah, so I also really like the little bows. They are very cute, and I was very afraid that this type of ribbon wouldn't tie very easily, but that's not an issue at all. I really like all the lace details, and I am still wondering about one thing, and that is the length of the second layer of lace, because in my opinion, I think it is a little bit too long, so maybe I'm going to cut it off a little bit, but that's for some time in the future and not for right now, because for right now I am very, very glad I finished this dress, because it took me so long, and it was supposed to be a fast in-between project, so that was something I didn't really like, but no problem at all. Now I can start the next project, and that is going to be a little bit of a bigger project. This was a little bit of a big project to me, but my next project will be a ball gown, so stay tuned for that. I think I am going to cut it up in multiple parts, I think 2 or something, because it is a very big project to me. So I think if I am going to put the ball gown into one video, then it is going to be a very long video, I think. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of this dress, and yeah, let me know if you want to make such a dress, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!